Welcome to the Celtic Way. It's the pre-match line-up reaction. Celtic versus Buckie Thistle, fourth round of the Scottish Cup. I'm Tony Haggerty, at the Haggerty10 on the X or Twitter handle, and I'm joined by Ryan McGinley, at the Ryan McGinley. Would have been on earlier, we were having some technical issues, weren't we, Ryan?
Yeah, I'd like to apologise for being on so late. We were completely ready, and then the streaming platform that we use decided not to show my camera through my laptop. So I restarted my computer. When you restart your computer after not doing it for a while, it performs updates at the opportune moment for them to annoy me. So yeah, bit miffed about technology, but I'm delighted to be going to the game in around about 45 minutes and delighted to be talking about it. We would normally have a graphic up on screen. We've tried to get that sorted, but just due to technical limitations, I'm doing this on my phone just now. So I can only apologise, but we're both here and we're both ready to talk about Celtic.
Yes, and here is the Celtic team for today. Big part of the team news, Ryan, is that Captain Fantastic Callum McGregor not there, but there's your team there. Joe Hart, Alistair Johnson, Navrowski, Scales, Taylor, Holm, Bernardo, O'Reilly, Obada, Kyogo, Palmer. We said Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers would go strong, Ryan. We both got 10 out of 11. Didn't foresee Thiago Holm coming in for Callum McGregor, but I think, and we're all kind of wondering, I'm sure Brendan Rodgers will put that to bed before the game when he's asked about it, that he'll just be rested, eh? Hopefully he's not injured.
Yeah, but at the same time, I wouldn't understand why he'd be rested if he's been out for 19 days. The whole team's rested. So I'm presuming it is an injury, to be honest with you. I don't see why he wouldn't. 10 other first teamers are playing in the game. So I'm presuming, and I'm only presuming at this point, maybe during the feed we'll hear something about Callum McGregor. But I've got to put it down to the fact that he's injured at the moment. Or else, you'd expect him to be playing. If he wasn't injured, then he would play about 60 minutes, then come off. You would imagine. So
possibly
that's my thought on it. But at the same time, I'm delighted to see a very young looking midfield. I think it's Matt O'Reilly that's the oldest there. That's 22 years old. Yeah, absolutely. Really excited to see how that works today, especially with Odin Thiago Holm in the number 6 role, you would imagine. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how that works today.
Sean Farrell coming in saying Brendan Rodgers has confirmed that Cal Mack is being rested. There you go.
That just makes no sense. That makes no sense. Every player has been rested. I get that he doesn't need to play this game, and looking back on it, I probably will agree with them because he doesn't need to play this game. If they are watching these games, and that's absolutely fine. I just don't get the rested. I don't get the rested argument because they're all rested. They've been rested for 2 weeks.
Yes. They've had 19 days rest, I believe, Ryan. Back after 19 days for the Paul Hardcastle fans out there. There you go. Yes, good to be back, Ryan. Football's back. Scottish Cup tie against Buckie Thistle. Now, we both said in our starting 11 lineups and preview, we want Celtic to go hard and fast at this and register a decent scoreline. Cricket score, call it what you want, but I want Celtic to treat this seriously and not underestimate their opponents, but I want them to rattle on a few goals, get that feel-good factor back, get their eye in again, and I'm looking to Kyogo, I'm looking to O'Reilly, I'm even looking to Holm and Bernardo to continue, certainly Bernardo to continue from where he left off, and also Obada as well. I'd like to see Obada get in amongst the goals and feel the love from the Celtic fans all over again.
Yeah, it's a perfect time to shake off the cobwebs this game. It'll be a great day out for Buckie Thistle. I'm hoping that's all it'll be for Buckie Thistle. If the thought of anything else other than a resounding Celtic win is unthinkable at this stage, just given the gap between the two sides. Cup ties, these things happen, shocks do happen, but it cannot happen today whatsoever. It would honestly be the worst result in Celtic's history if anything else would get pound for pound. It would be the worst, or definitely the worst that I've seen. But yeah, I'm expecting goals today from the team. I'm expecting them to shake off those cobwebs we talked about. I would like to see an Obada goal as well. I'd like to see the goals distributed amongst the midfield and the attack. I want to see Kyogo getting back in amongst the goals as well. I know he scored against Rangers, that phenomenal goal. But now the second half of the season, it's time for him to kick on and get into double figures in the league. And I know this is a cup game, but get his numbers up even more so. The best way to do that is by scoring goals against Buckie Thistle. That's a great opportunity for him to, maybe get 2 goals, maybe get 3 or 4. If he's feeling up for it today, these Buckie Thistle players, I said it in my article that I put out the other day, this is the best attacker that these defenders will ever face, I think, in Kyogo. So it's up to him to make it a nightmare for the opposition. And he's capable of it. He's capable of it against far better opposition. So if he's feeling up for it, if he's feeling up for scoring goals, then I think he'll get a few today.
Yeah, I fully expect Celtic to go hell for leather at it. Ryan, got a few comments that have started coming in, so I'll just read them out. Good to see Abada back and some of the younger guys hopefully get some minutes and bench time, says Marquis. Chris Donnelly saying he's surprised Celtic didn't have a game prior to this behind closed doors. Hopefully they can start from where they left off before the break. And he's excited to see Paulo Bernardo again. Anthony Beattie saying he hopes Abada scores today. Then we've got a few predictions, Ryan. 7-0 the boys, says Celtic shots. Marcus Crouch saying 8-0 it has to be. Ali Croney saying at least 8, surely 10. Claire Best saying, come on Celtic, let's get at least an 8-0 victory. The support saying go easy. I say not at all, let's make a statement. And great, 8-0 would be great. And sorry, 8-0, at least 8-0, great to see you guys. Yep, indeed. Anthony Aitken having a go at me saying, Tony should have kept the cap on, brother. The Barnet's needing a scrap. Love you. Yes, love you too, Anthony Aitken. Yes, the Barnet is needing a seeing to it. I'll get the Dandale sorted at some point, but I'm a busy boy. As you can see, these things take time. Marcus Crouch come back in. Ellie Golden, it's demolition time. And Celt 88 saying 7-1. So lots of confidence, Ryan, as you would expect. The Highland League part-timers coming down to enjoy their day, but not too much, as you say. But yeah, I'm looking for Celtic to really pick up from where they left off and make it a hard 90 minutes for Buckie Thistle and show that golf and class.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. As I said before, shake off the cobwebs. They've been not playing for 19 days. It's been 19 days since that St Mirren game away from home, which was a really good performance and a good win at a tough ground. I know it was 10 men, but I thought Celtic negotiated it really, really well, especially coming off the back of a Glasgow derby win. They'd been feeling really good about themselves going into that winter break with those 4 festive wins. It had to be. That was the minimum. The minimum was 4 wins in those games up until the new year and after the new year, and they got that. They're in a really good position now. Now's the time to defend their trophy that they won last season. I know they didn't do a great defence of the other trophy that they had in the League Cup because they get put out in their first game. Hopefully that will not be the same today. I wouldn't be expecting that. But yeah, Celtic have got to win the remaining 2 trophies this season for me.
Yeah.
The Scottish Cup, it's got to be defended to the very end, get to Hampden and then retain that. The best way to do that is by getting a couple of goals today and really making the team feel good about themselves. I'm just looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the players that are on the bench as well. You get Kelly there, you get Vata. All of a sudden it seems as if Vata might be staying at the club, which is quite a turnaround, I've got to say, because I thought he was heading for the exit door. Maybe the offers haven't been as good as what he was maybe expecting, and the grass isn't greener on the other side. Either that or something's worked between the two. There seems to be an olive branch, and it looks as if he might.
Or maybe he has had a conversation with Brendan Rodgers, who has maybe said to him, look, I won't stand in your way, but bide your time. I will use you starting today, and we'll take it from there. So maybe you say that those conversations have taken place, and it'd be a good sign if they can hold on to somebody like Rocco Vata. And also there was stories as well about Owen Beck. Ryan, we were tweeting about that prior to coming on live. We spoke about him, didn't we? We waxed lyrical about him on Boxing Day. We said we declared him a person of interest after that performance, and lo and behold, it might not be a dead deal in the water yet. Celtic may be possibly looking to bring him in permanently for that competition with Greg Taylor for left back. So lots of positive chat heading into this one, Ryan, to be fair.
Yeah, Owen Beck is certainly a person of interest. I've been impressed with him quite a number of times watching, not just games against Celtic, but just these highlights in general. I think he's got that quality that you can see, and you can tell he's been in and around the Liverpool academy. He's got quality in his game. 21 years old, a really good age, but there's plenty of upside with him. He's only going to get better as the years go on, I would say. This has been the breakout loan for him, for Dundee. That good that Liverpool brought him back and maybe said, right, you're maybe not getting tested enough. You need to get tested at a higher level. I know they brought him back due to injury as well, to Tsimikas and Andy Robertson, but it looks as if that's clearing up. I think the big hope now is that Liverpool don't give him any minutes whatsoever in any games, because if they give him even a second, then he can't play for Celtic in the second half of the season if he was to move, because you can't play for 3 teams. So that would be really disappointing. But you've got to think Brendan Rodgers has got good links with Liverpool. Obviously, he was a manager there one time. I think he gets on well with Jurgen Klopp as well. Maybe there's a bit of an understanding between the two. And I think they owe Celtic one after Nat Phillips. So if they can give Celtic Owen Beck, then I think all is forgiven. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Owen Beck, and at 21 years old, I think he's going to be a great player.
I tweeted out, Ryan, he's young, he's hungry, he fits the profile, but most important of all, he's a good player. Hashtag sign good players, basically, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know my thoughts on signing good players. But
can't get enough good players in your team.
Correct. Brown Warrior, good afternoon, boys. Good afternoon, Brown Warrior. How you doing? Hope you're all well and good. Yep, indeed we are. Maestro 95, momentous occasion for Buckie Thistle. He's saying 6-0, and Brown Warrior comes back in. Surely not a Red Dimps performance today. Oh dear, oh dear. Certainly not. And Mark McQueen saying all the high score lines from folk that predict their way off. Buckie are going to do exactly what every SPL Scottish Premiership side does at Parkhead. Sit 11 men behind the ball and try and frustrate Celtic. I'm sure they will do that as well. Yeah. And other comments coming in. Paul Andrew Martin saying much would Beck cost 5 to 7 million. I don't imagine it would cost as much as that, to be fair. I
think somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. A couple of million, maybe 2 or 3 million. Around about that ballpark.
3-4 million. I think his price will be higher now due to the fact he's played for Dundee. Celtic have identified him as a player that can do it at that level and maybe step up even more. I think he's going to be a Welsh international as well before long. So,
of course. Which I think is why Celtic are trying to do the business now rather than wait any longer, because his value will only increase.
If he goes to a championship team, he goes to Southampton, he goes to Leeds, he goes to a Stoke or something. I know Stoke were interested. If he does well in the championship, he becomes unachievable for Celtic. So it's about time Celtic get him before that exposure happens.
Exactly.
Remember, there was another boy.
That's why they're trying right now, isn't it?
Another fullback that Celtic were in for that's doing really well in the Premiership this season is Alfie Doughty, who was getting linked with Celtic when he was at Charlton. I think that was back in 2020. He moved and he's unobtainable now, and he would be a great player. He's been Luton's best player in the Premier League this season. So it's all about getting these players before they make that thing. He's not a project. This is another thing. He's not a project. He's maybe a different sort of project in the sense that he will get better as time goes on. But I think he's a player that would command a starting place instantly, or push Greg Taylor certainly far closer than Bernabei's done.
Oh, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. Hazel Finn, as he's on the pitch, she'd like to see a goal from Odin Thiago Holm. Ditto, I would like to see that too. I hope he has
home at home.
Home at home, yep. Home at home, a commanding performance from Odin Thiago Holm. He has to turn it on now, and hopefully Bernardo can pick up from where he left off. On you go, Ryan, sorry.
He's a player that I'm really excited to watch today. I'm excited to see him go box to box. I think he'll have a lot, even though he might be deployed as the deepest midfielder of the three, he'll have license to roam in that team. He'll be allowed to go forward alongside Matt O'Reilly and Paulo Bernardo. That's a midfield three that really, really excites me.
Yeah, I want to see something from him today, Odin Thiago Holm. Just to sort of say, right, okay, come on, this is it. Let's kickstart your Celtic career here, get it up and running, and do some damage. So yeah, I'm excited to see that as well. There's, you see, a young midfield, should be lots of legs, lots of running there, Ryan.
Yeah, and it's just looking at the bench as well. It's a very Scottish bench as well. I know Mikey Johnson plays for the Republic of Ireland, but look at the amount of Scottish boys that are on that bench. Well, Vata actually would represent Republic of Ireland too, but he could represent Scotland. You look at Kelly, you look at Welsh, you look at Ralston. That's always good to see as well. Not just not just having players that are out with Scotland, but having a Scottish contingent too. I'd like to see as many of them as possible in the second half, because then it means that the team can be rotated a bit and players do get rest. Alongside Carl McGregor, who's getting a rest in this game today.
Which is baffling to you. But there you go. The manager
I
has
understand
explained it. I'm not going to say it. The manager knows best. Obviously, 350 joining us on the live stream. Thanks very much, guys. Yeah. Thanks very much. That's excellent. Some technical issues apart, but it's good to be back. It's good to see you all. It's good to be talking about football again, and looking forward to a live game. And it's a long 19 days, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been even longer, the fact that Celtic have only signed one player during that time as well. And I think three's the magic number for Celtic.
If they can get
another, they've got Kuhn. Kuhn's not now. It's because the Austrian Bundesliga has a long winter break is the reason why he's not fully available yet. But I think another week's training. It's not as if Celtic are in any rush to bring him into the starting lineup, because they've got a Vata, who's a proven talent at this level, even higher level as well. He's done it in Europe for Celtic too. So a very good understudy to have for a week or so. If Kuhn is doing it in training for 1-2 weeks and then he can command that place, then I'm all for it. But as long as he can just get himself prepped in the background, and then we'll see him maybe against Aberdeen or against Hibs, maybe even coming off the bench, then I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Abada's more than capable of jumping in.
Yep. Anthony Beattie comes in and says, Holm needs games, a loan deal at Eye or Scales to a Scottish team. So
potentially, yeah.
I wrote a piece about that during the week on the website, and I saying that Celtic should be doing that more often. And by all accounts, Quan and Adam Montgomery had very good games yesterday for St Mirren.
Two really good debuts,
yeah. So encouraged by that, Ryan. So indeed. Okay, Ryan, it's just less than half an hour to go before kick-off. Before we go, I'll also say thank you to MPH Group for all your plumbing, heating, kitchen and bathroom needs. And they've still got the Navian boiler promotion, which if you go onto the website, you'll see their social. If you look at the description of this video, you'll see all the links to their social media sites and their telephone number. And the Navian boiler promotion also contains a gadget that cranks up your heating efficiency to 98%. So we thank them, thank MPH Group, and say the Navian boiler promotion still there if you wish to take advantage of that with winter rolling in. And they're Scotland's award-winning family-run all-trade specialist covering all of mainland Scotland. And also with ourselves, if you like what we do, hit that subscribe button, guys. www.celticway.co.uk/subscribe. £4 for 4 months or £18 for a yearly subscription. Just hit the button, www.celticway.co.uk/subscribe. Ryan, I'm going to let you go to the game, but before you go, give me a quick prediction.
I predict goals. I want to be as respectful as I can, but I'm going to go. I'm going to go big. I'm going to go big 8-0.
You're going to go 8-0? Okay, I was going to go 6-0. You're like Mr. T there in Rocky, weren't you? Prediction. Instead of saying pain, you're just looking at the camera. Goals. Yeah, I liked that. Nice one. Will you go and enjoy the match, sir? And we shall see everybody after the match for our post-match debriefing of hopefully another Celtic victory. Can't be anything other than that, Ryan. I'd be very surprised if it was. But yeah, we'll be back. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Over 350 of you. That's amazing. Good to have you back. Good to have your company. And hopefully you'll rejoin us and we'll have your company again after the game. Take care. Result dependent. It always is. You know the score.
Cheers, guys.